It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Julio César Chávez, 170.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 107 career victories. Introducing El Gran Campeón Mexicano, Julio César Chávez. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is usually second to none if you get the right fights.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. The time has finally arrived. These 2 men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. That was a missed shot. Swing and a miss right there. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. How about this round still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go? Let's talk about Chávez in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Here we go for round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter lands. Back and forth they go. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Good counter punch. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He throws a punch. A receipt is coming right back. He misses with that jab. Punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Let's talk about Chávez in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Good work.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punching. Straight right just misses. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. Nice counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That right hook won't score. He threw a punch and just got countered. Let's talk about Chávez in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And he's going to be confident. Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy.
Back at it in round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he scores with the counter. Those counter punches have to hurt. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. That counter shot lands. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Just misses with the right uppercut. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter punch right up the middle. A perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Chávez in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got...
And there's the bell for round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Well done with that counter shot. Like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Insane action. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Chávez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Right hand, beautiful.
On to the 6th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice work to block that right uppercut. Missing with the left hook. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Good counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chávez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Boxing back together. Just take.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. So just keep him on the end of his jab.
listen.
And there's the bell for round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's gonna come out and put the pressure on. He's gonna throw the kitchen sink at you. You gotta be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's gonna try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And he scores with the counter. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. How about that time counter shot? This is a high-octane battle. You'd like to see more jabs. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Chávez in that last round.
I like it.
That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shot.
Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have the quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Oh, right there! Oh, and the grand champion might go down! It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? Yes, sir. We fight on here. Let's talk about Chávez in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Well done with that counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. I guess showboating is part of their plan. Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Good counter punching. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chávez in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance.
You can't miss him. Great work.
It's round 10. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Beautiful counter punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That jab just missed with the left hand. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That counter shot lands. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chávez in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just... There's the bell to start round 11. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Just missed with that hook. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He got out of the way of that right hook. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Chávez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the fight.
What are you doing? Come on.
And there's the bell to start round 12. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Both men step back for just a moment. And they get out of the way of that left hand. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you start thinking, you've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Whoa, Johnny! And Sugar is in trouble! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. An amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Are you okay? You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.